I'm Anna.
And I'm Abby.
And we're the Jailhouse Stitchers. So why are we the Jailhouse Stitchers?
We are the Jailhouse Stitchers because we are both in administration at our local detention center. Not someplace we both thought we would end up, but
it's a career change for both of us.
I love being there.
It's very fun and it's never boring.
Never
boring.
So we have been stitching together for 2.5 years.
Yeah, about 2.5, 3 years.
2.5,
Yes.
3 years. And kind of bounced ideas back and forth about doing a Flosstube and doing other things and just trying to find our way, and the time has finally come.
So we decided we're going to jump in, and this is our first Flosstube.
And so we have some ideas about where we want to go with this, and we'll get into that a little bit more at the end. So we are going to start with a kind of traditional Flosstube way, and we're going to talk about some haul. We're going to talk about current works, and we're going to just take it from there.
Okay.
So, Anna, I think you have a...
I do, and I've only have one piece of fabric with me, but I have been on a fabric buying stash, and this is something I got 32 Belfast. It's called Neverland Sea. It's by Stephanie, and I got this off a stash unloading, but I saw the blue and had to have it. Have no idea what I'm going to stitch on this, but it had to go into my stash. And then you want to do that one?
Yeah, so I have a lot of haul. We went through something very stressful, and so Anna and I are going to together
share
that haul. And part of my haul was Karen Kluba's pieces from Rosewood Manor. She did the owls on a pumpkin this year, and she also did the cats on the pumpkin this year, and I love them both. I think they're charming. Happy Halloween around the edge here. Up at the top, we've got a little hoot for the owls. And then, while I was on vacation, I just picked up the magazine, the Just Cross Stitch 2021 Special Edition Collector's Issue. And there is also a blackbird on a pumpkin. And it's this boo up here, and then it's this beautiful Quaker design with the blackbirds in there. And I haven't heard anybody talk about this or mention this, but I thought it was a pair. Nope, it's a trilogy.
And then something new that I know has just come out is the Stitchy Stars Cross Stitch by Lawyer Holt. And Abby got this, but I love the colors. I love the quilt squares. I could see myself stitching it my mother quilt, so I usually do quilty stuff for her for stitching. And then new release with my needle and thread. What is this? Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. But you've got the 3 that are on the front, and then there are 2 more on the back, which they're all cute as smalls. So you could do either of them, or...
Oh, it actually says there's 6.
Or are we missing one in here?
Let's see. Is there one on the inside? I think that.
Oh, yep.
The scarecrow inside.
There's that one inside. I wonder what these would look at as one piece. That could be interesting.
We could get Kate to chart it.
We could.
And then, of course, when you're on vacation, you're on stash unloading. Let's all be honest. And one of the things that I saw pop up from Kathy over at Hands On Design was this new sign pack, and this is going to be a series. This is the first of 3, and each of the 3 sets will have 3 signs, and they're all Halloween. So you'll see people selling this along with the pack for the bats, and there's 9 bats, but this doesn't say that there's going to be more of them. I saw rumor that there was. I reached out to Kathy, and Kathy, of course, was like, yes, there's going to be more. So I'm pretty excited about that because I love these bright, bold colors. and I always am looking to collect patterns of small things that I never finish. It's the truth.
It is the truth. It is the truth. And she does love Halloween. So she also got the new Sisters by the Blackbird Design, which just came out. And there's some nice patterns in there. I'm not a big sampler person, but I do like that Halloween one with the pumpkin on it. That is really nice.
So when this came in last night, so it's Halloween and Christmas.
And they have Christmas, because here's a Christmas pattern in here, which is interesting.
And so this one actually is really interesting. If you read the story, the Judith, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name.
It says Judith Varlith.
Is one of the designer's ancestors who was imprisoned for witchcraft. However, they were well connected, and so they were able to get her out of prison, and she went back to the old world. And she was let out on the date that is put here on the sampler, and this is her name. And so the title of the sampler is Witch No More, because she was let out of
It's very nice.
jail.
I really like it.
She was also a jailhouse stitcher.
See, there you go. And then she got this on vacation and
On sale. This one on sale.
This is even better. So this is Athena, goddess of wisdom, and you have all the goddesses, right?
No, I don't. So I had resisted buying the goddesses. So now Hera will have to join the collection, and Persephone.
And we do like to stitch mirrors. You'll get to see a couple of them that we have as current whips in process. And she has a bigger mirror collection than I do.
It's obscene.
I have one that I just completed, and once it's completely framed, I will bring it in. I did Venetian opulence and finished it earlier this year, and it's in the process of being framed. So I'll bring that in when it's done.
So this one, I also got on vacation, and I'll talk about vacation in just a second. From Glendon Place. This is an older pattern. It's from 2007, so this is actually about when I started stitching full time on a regular basis. And my daughter loves wolves, and so I got this. It looks like it's like a weekender project, but as always, Cheryl has given us fantastic colors, and I've got the beads back here from Just Another Button Company, and there'll just be something fun to work on maybe this weekend because the weather's supposed to be atrocious here.
And you get this one on vacation too?
I think that one came from Etsy, but it's fantastic. I've never seen it before.
Well, this is from the Woolly U, and I don't know if it's got a name or not. It's from 2016. It doesn't actually have a name, but I like the cat with the moon. I have 3 cats, and I have 2 that are all black and one that's black and white. So I could stitch this for my boys.
Yeah, the color's really good. It kind of has a sepia appearance to it.
It was done on 30 count Havana linen is what the original one, and it's all weeks. It's all weeks except for 1 DMC on this, but it's very nice. And then this is your latest.
So I found this on vacation, and this is from the Haberdashy Designs out of Spokane, Washington. I believe that Haberdashy has closed. I'm not 100% sure, and I couldn't really find anything online saying that that was true. They have some celestial patterns that are okay, but they have a lot of these fun Halloween patterns. I have the Voodoo Girl. I'm looking for the Voodoo Boy. I've not yet been able to find him. But this is the Tome of the Forgotten Needles. So it's a needle book that you can make. And it was not one I have ever seen, not on any of the unloading sites. And it uses some overdyes, some Gloriana overdyes, DMC, and then everybody's favorite, it's got Whisper in there. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned. We'll cover that in another episode. So when I go on vacation, I have a rule that I make a point to visit the local needle workshops. In this case, this stuff came from Beads, Yarns, and Needles. I'm gonna pronounce the city wrong.
Postman.
No, Maluza,
I don't know where you were at.
Montana.
Hold on.
And it was primarily a yarn shop. However, they had some cross stitch. I utilize needletravel.com when I travel.
It's
See?
Missoula,
Missoula.
Montana.
Thank
there you
you.
go. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've never been there, so
I couldn't do names when I
Yeah.
moved here either. So, I went to the shop. It did not have great reviews on Yelp. However, I had a very pleasant experience. Both of the ladies that were working were super sweet. They were accommodating to my hyperactive 8-year-old child who wanted to show me everything. And of course they had the Mira on sale, which is always a score. And it's obvious that cross stitch is not their main item there, but they had a really eclectic offering, which was nice. Especially since there's only like 8 shops in the entire state of Montana. So,
well, they got more than we have.
true story.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Shall we hit whips? Current whips?
let's do the current whips.
I'll start.
You have more.
I did bring more with me. So I'm in several groups. So I do WhipGo 2021, and I also joined in July Semi-Sane Stitchers. So in Semi-Sane, I'm playing their version of Uno. And so yesterday I worked on One Nation. It's Bygone Stitches. And nothing is ironed. I had to pull it out of a Q-snap. This is it. But here is where I am. Here's where I'm currently at on this, and it's going to be big. I am doing this on a 32 count XQ Designs Anthracite is the color I picked. I like the color. I thought it gave it the old antique look of the flag. And what I'm doing for the states that I have lived in, I'm going to change them to blue so that they stand out. But then I was born in Hawaii, so when we get down here to Hawaii, because it's a red line, I'm going to do it in white so that it just stands out and it's a little bit different when I get there, in whenever. And it lives in my bag. I have lots of different bags. This is done by Kay Kern. She sells hers on Stash Unloading, so I have several of her bags because she makes little pouches that go with them, and I like the size because I can put all my threads in. And I'm doing this in all the overdyed flosses. I'm not doing it. It has a DMC conversion and it has the overdyes, and I'm doing the overdyes on this. So it lives in this bag. That was one of the dogs.
Sorry, that was Sia.
My other project that just got called on my Uno is Lady of the Flag.
And the cat.
And the cat. And so okay, shh, Liz. It's okay. It's all right. It's not the only Flosstube that this has happened to, trust me. Okay, we'll worry about it later.
I think we're still recording.
Okay, we'll figure out how to cut this out. Okay, so Mirabilia, I started this. She started at the same time.
I want to say we started at the beginning of the year. We didn't.
No, we started last year, I think.
No.
Yes.
No. It was after Christmas.
Was it out? Anyway, so I'm stitching in on the Primitive Hair, We the People Constitution fabric. But I am doing the green conversion. So there's a Facebook group. There's the Mirabilia Lady of the Flag, and all the different color conversions are in there. And I wanted to do the green because I thought it looked more like the Statue of Liberty. But then I've also decided that I am not doing the banner across the bottom that says Liberty with all the leaves, so I had to adjust down here, and so I'm working on the skirt coming back over this way and doing that. So I'm liking it. It's a lot of green, just a lot of thread. And this bag is made by my friend Rose Stansel, and she made a matching grime guard. I told her I needed a very patriotic bag for the lady. So my goal is to get some more work done on her and make her a focus and get her done, because I have a lot of stitching left to do on her.
And then that needle binder, that was a gift, right?
That was a gift, yeah. The needle binder was a gift from another friend, Julia, and she was looking for the lady of the, trying to find for the Statue of Liberty. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea where she got it. And my last current whip, because it's just very sad that it's August, and this is the Stitching Book Club, and this is the Christmas Carol that came out last fall. And I decided, I got a lot of work done the last few days, because I got all the outside border in, but on Sunday I picked it up and finished a little bit of the green colors and stuff here on the very edge. And so I just kind of need to do the borders, and then I have it done, and I can say I've completed it, and it's not languishing in my stash. So I just got to finish the outside border, and it's done. So those are my current ones. Oh, I'm sorry. It's in this lovely bag, and this is a Madam Ice bag. So I have several of hers. I like her bags. I use generally 11 by 11 Q-snap on mine. That's my biggest size, but I also, on some projects, I like to use a clipboard with my magnetic board and put my pattern on it. So I want my bags big enough that I can put my board in here.
Yeah.
So, and those are my current whips.
So I do not participate in anything. I could never stick to it. I could never keep track of all the rules, and I think that having all of that would make me angry about stitching, which is, for me, it's vital to my stress relief and my mental health. So I work on whatever I want, and so I have what I would call my active whips, which are in project bags, and then I have stuff that I've started and I am gonna finish.
One day.
That's what we're telling ourselves.
Yes.
But I do have like my current project, and I work on it enough that it does not, at the moment, live in a project bag. And
did you bring the pattern?
The picture?
Yep.
Oh, so I did not bring a picture of the pattern. This is the Sleeping Princess by Mirabilia, and when I went up to make copies of the pattern for highlighting, my Stitcher's copy, my husband, for some reason, did not
forgot about that.
think that the bizarre shape of that envelope that it came in was something that he should maybe think twice about throwing away. And it disappeared.
I forgot about that.
For good. So it also took the picture with it. So I have a picture of it that I have taken offline. That is my screensaver on my phone at the moment in case I need to reference back. So this does not have any of the back stitching done, and obviously it doesn't have any of the beading done. But here she is. I love her. I think she's beautiful. She has all of these very vibrantly colored mattresses here, and then I call this the waterfall, and it goes down over here, and this chandelier. And to me, this is just very much the Princess and the Pea, but unfortunately there's no place to put the little pea because it's in the mattresses. So
what are you stitching this on?
this is a 28 count Desert Opal Lugana from Witchelt. So this is a very basic fabric. Any local needlework shop can get it for you. I wanted it to have opalescence because it's kind of like that dreamy state. And it didn't affect anything in here because in here she's all full coverage. So it's not like other pieces where there's, you know, the negative space. and you're like, oh, I don't know why there's opal there. It works on this piece everywhere.
And it's perfectly centered on this piece of fabric.
Well, it's not, no, so it's not perfectly centered. It is perfectly centered down the middle.
Yes.
It required a larger piece of fabric than a quarter, but it doesn't require the full half. And so when I bought it, I was just gonna center it. And it would have caused a great deal of waste all around. And for those of you who have not familiarized with yourself with Madame Ice, you should. And so I was on my way over to her house to start this new project, and I do not believe I could have offended her sensibilities more than by suggesting that I would just waste some fabric. So she
Calculated.
She calculated and she put it in the top, and she took care of it. So I will have leftovers down here to do ornaments with, because Kate is in all ways amazing. And then Anna and Kate don't know this yet, but so this year their Christmas present was a needle minder for every month of the year.
It has been interesting.
And August is a peacock.
Oh my gosh, is that it?
Yes, it's
so
right
cool.
here. I made them for you the other night.
So that's awesome.
I do make these needle minders.
That is so cute.
And I'm pretty excited about the peacock. I bought it a long time ago. I've been waiting for it.
We did. Every month we have been getting.
You got one there?
I know I do. I was going to hold up. So here's the peacock. So there's that. And so every month has been something different. So was this June?
No, maybe. I think
don't know.
It was July.
So
it was July.
Maybe. So this was. So we have the little camper for July, and I don't think I have another one with me.
So I did a hot air balloon.
We have a hot air balloon.
An Easter egg.
Yes, we have an Easter egg for Easter. Mm-hmm.
The one for January was that medallion that says 2021 that glows in the dark. And so I keep that on all my pieces when I take the picture, so you can
tell it's 2021.
So I know that, and obviously that becomes a needle
and
minder at the end of the year.
I have some of them on projects, and I have some of them on my lamp that I have a collection. Every time I get a new one, I just add it to the lamp pole by my chair. So
they're fun to look at.
They are fun to look at. But yeah, so that was our gift this year, that we are beginning needle minders every month, and it's been a lot of fun. And this one's really cute.
All the ones for the rest of the year are really cute.
Okay.
You're gonna love them. They're all ready to go. And speaking of needle minders, I have recorded a little segment about an Etsy designer vendor that I adore. Her name is Jen. She's with The Practical Cat. I was opposed to needle minders. I really thought they were dumb at first. I'm opposed to change.
Well,
I don't like new things.
When I started stitching, needle minders weren't a thing.
They weren't a thing for me.
They were not a thing either. But I picked it back up in 19 when our local shop opened. And then I started digging through my old stash, which I have not, it's moved with me several times, and it's still in boxes, and I have not gone through the old stash to decide what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. So I started stitching about 40 years ago. So needle minders were not a thing at that point. I just used to stick my needle in the fabric and let it stay there.
So my dogs are excited. So we're gonna cut here and let you watch that. And then we're gonna be back and we're gonna do an unboxing of one of Jen's packages. Okay, so these needle minders were all ordered from Jen at The Practical Cat. And the first one I'm gonna show you is the first needle minder I ever really got. And I just wasn't into needle minders, didn't really understand it. But I saw this guy and I fell in love with him. He is a tiger pixie art piece. Jen has rights to turn his pins into needle minders, she's very big about working with the artists and getting the rights to alter their artwork from a lapel pin into a needle minder, which is not something I see from other vendors. But this little guy was first, and I just adore him, my little voodoo cat. And then I subsequently later ordered from her this guy, who I also just adore. Again, tiger pixie art, beautiful little hard enamel needle minders, and I love them. Jen does use, as you'll see back here, she uses washers to put under the fabric instead of giving you another magnet on the other side. This one in particular is not as strong, so he doesn't get as much use as I'd like, even though he was my first. But subsequent to that, they did. So Jen did this one for Christmas that first year that I got my needle minders, and it's a Krampus. I'll zoom in a little here, which is great because we are now doing a cryptid stitch along with Witchy Stitcher. And I went through my needle minders, and I have so many cryptids I didn't even know I had. But I have this one from Jen, and this one is still available on her Etsy shop, and we're gonna drop that tag below for you guys. But the Krampus is a fun tradition, and I got to celebrate it when I went to Germany with Jeanette Douglas a couple years ago. You put your shoes outside, you might get candy, you might get coal. It just depends. When we were in the market, that day of the Christmas market, there was a Krampus running around in costume. It's a pretty fantastic tradition. And then this one, I like to put this one up when I work on unicorn charts. I think it says it all. So if you ever see that on one of my pieces, you'll know that's one of my unicorn charts. And then I'm going to put a couple up here. This is only 4 of the 6 that I have. And Jen is actually the only person I've ever seen have these as a pin, a needle minder, anything. Let me pull out here. These are Myrmicornos. They're collectible art toys that my daughter likes to get at Barnes & Noble that come in these horrendously expensive blind boxes. And apparently they've made these little pins as well. And I love them. Like I said, there's a couple missing here. I think there's 2. And Jen's the only person I've ever seen. I bought every one that she has put up. And I love them. They're the right size. They fit off to the side. They're strong. They hold it. These guys are great. So you cannot go wrong with anything that you get from Jen. We are going to do an opening of a package from her in just a minute, because ordering something from Jen is not just getting an item from her. It is also like getting an unexpected blind box, because there are so many fun goodies that you will also find in it. So we are going to do that next, and open that envelope, see all the goodies, and then show you 2 more needle minders of little cryptids that I've got to do the Witchy Stitcher cryptid stitch along that started on Sunday. So let's do that. So we are back, and we are going to do what amounts to a mystery box unboxing.
I love when she goes shopping on Etsy.
Yes. So this is the package from Jen at the Practical Cat that I was telling you guys about. So stickers. This arrives in your mailbox, and even on the outside is glorious. So I'm going to go ahead and let Anna start pulling things out.
Ooh, we have a little bag, really nice. So
I've got, and it feels like it's really stuffed.
So we have a nice bookmark, And it says, it is piety alone that can distinguish us from the dust whence we sprung and whither we must return. Horace Walpole. Then he did not think that it was necessary to make a hell of this world to enjoy paradise in the next. William Beckford. I like that. And then, rainbow pencil? No.
It's a colored pencil, isn't it?
Oh, it's a color pencil. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's red and blue and yellow on the bottom. And then we have a watermelon green highlighter. Oh, does this smell? Oh, yes, it does. Yes. Yes. Smells like watermelon. And, there's that. There's a box.
So every one of Jen's needle minders come individually packaged with this washi tape, which is always theme appropriate, in these jewelry boxes.
Okay,
So we're gonna open those last.
okay, I need this. So here's a little ruler with a little spider on the front. See?
Oh, it is a spider.
It is a spider. It has lots of eyes. So yeah. So then here's another box. Okay.
I did get two because,
Why not?
well, you know, you're paying for shipping. They can't travel
Hello.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of my favorite things about Jen's packages. She sends you this envelope with this little thing, and it feels like it's full of stuff. Because it is. She's got her cute little explanation of her shop and thanking you, and then how to care for your needle minder down here at the bottom, which was great the first time I got one because I didn't know anything. Your invoice. I don't know, what's that? Oh, this is a first. That is a needle threader.
Oh, nice.
It's a daisy needle
Yep,
threader. I don't
yep.
use them, but they're always nice to have around. And then, you know, these are they're just stickers. It's such a simple thing to make people so happy. This is from the Target line. I think this summer, this was also a Target line. But there's so many, no, Sia, go on, that are in here. Oh, and then she sent me cryptids.
Oh, nice.
It's Bigfoot with an alien.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm not really sure what that is, but it's pretty fabulous.
I don't know, but that would be a nice cross stitch pattern with a little color thrown in there.
It looks like a lot of backstitching.
Yeah.
And then, of course, a glass of the universe. You can never go wrong with that.
You can never go wrong with that. Yeah.
Go ahead. Open yours.
All right. Let's see what we got. I hate to, I like the little boxes.
I think I have a whole bunch of them in my stitching box.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, which one is this one?
I don't know.
So,
I can't get on my phone.
there's this. I'm not sure which cryptid this is.
It's not the Jersey Devil, because I ordered that one from somebody else.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It looks like a deer head on top of, well, it looks like a walking deer. I don't know.
I don't remember. We'll put the name of it down in the comments. Mine is the El Chupacabra, goat included. Because if you're going to be a goat sucker.
You should have the goat included.
should
Very
have the
nice.
goat included.
Very nice.
So, the only thing I ordered here were the two adorable needle minders. And like I said, it's always an adventure when you get a package from Jen. So over the summer, I wanted to join clubs, fabric clubs, thread clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and I will tell you that it was very difficult. I joined one and I had a terrible experience with the owner, and so I went back on the hunt to find something new, and so I am awaiting my first shipment from 3 Owl Threads of the gentle Arts thread, 10 meters.
Which I get that.
Which
And I love that.
Anna already gets.
Mm-hmm.
And
We should have ours in another week or so.
yeah, we should have that for the next one. And then I also signed up for Classic Colorworks as well, which Anna does not get.
No, I get the week's subscription with the Fat Quarter Shop. And once I complete either the Gast or the weeks, then I'm going to switch to the Classic.
Right. So I'm waiting for my first shipment from them, and I'm very excited. They've been great with customer service when you sign up. First of all, you have to email her because she has to send you the email sign up because she's not going to let you sign up if she doesn't have room. The next thing that she makes you do is she makes you read this questionnaire and answer all these questions that tells you that there is a global supply chain shortage and that things are going to be slow and that she can't guarantee that everything is going to be on time. So she really is setting your expectations correctly. She's not promising something she can't deliver. She's delivering on time, so she doesn't really have to do this, but she's doing it because it's the right thing to do, whereas other vendors that I have come across are just delay, excuse, and there's no need for it. You just be honest up front and say, look, there's problems. I don't know if I can deliver this on time. This is Mr. Pickles.
This is Mr. Pickles. Pickles, say hi.
Pickles,
say hi.
He loves
Say hi,
to be
Pickles.
the center of attention.
Pickles.
And so with that in mind, what I did learn this summer is that Fiber on a Whim is not the linen company for me. I do not like the way that their fabric looks once it's done. I know that people love it. It's a very high quality linen. I do not like their dyeing process or the way that it looks when it's done. So I got on Etsy, famous last words, and I joined Pole Stitches, and I've signed up for 3 months from Pole Stitches from England, and I had been hesitant with this one because it's expensive, because it is coming international. But my first package arrived today. It is unopened in its entirety, and I don't know what I'm gonna find, but we're gonna go down this adventure together.
And I belong to 2 other fabric cubs. I joined Rogue Stitching. They opened up mid-year, and so I've gotten my first piece of fabric from them. And then I'm also with Fortnite Fabrics, and I like their fabrics. So I have 2 flosses, 2 fabrics, but 3 Owl Threads also has more than just the Gas Gentle Arts and Weeks. They carry a lot of different silks and everything else. If she has openings, yes. All right, so what do we get? Oh, this should be good.
Let's see.
What do we get? Ooh, pretty.
Okay, so this is called Forest Imp. This is a 28 count Brittany Lugana.
Sorry for the crinkle.
Hate the crinkle.
I hate the crinkle.
I hate the crinkle.
It will never go back in the crinkle.
It's not serged. It does have some white spots.
I'm not sure how the color's showing up, but we got greens and blues and some browns and some pink. Well, maybe more of a mauve color.
I think it's a pink.
It's a
and
pink.
so it's blending into this purple. So it's
Yep.
pink, green, and blue. It's 3 colors.
Yep.
It's blended in.
It's a pretty fabric.
It's not ice dyed, I don't think.
And that color goes the other side. But it's more vibrant on
No,
this
this
side.
is the front. This
Yep.
is definitely the front.
Yeah.
You can tell. So I am sure I have a Mira that I can do on this, or a Nora.
You can find something.
I can find something. This is much better than that fabric that I got that looked like the Loch Ness Monster was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Last month from the other company.
So do you know what the colors are up front or no?
No.
No.
I didn't even know they shipped it because you have to buy 3 months at a time on Etsy. You don't get a shipping notification.
Okay, because Rogue Stitching's program is they do different independent dyers, and so when we signed up, I knew what July through December was, and that the first of the year they tell you the whole year what the colors are and what they are, so you know what they look like. So, because I think next month is like a really pretty orange or something for Halloween. Yeah.
So I
like it.
It's really nice.
Did you get even weave or did you get linen?
It's a Lugana.
Okay.
So yeah, it's an even weave.
And it's nice fabric.
It has definitely shrunk during the dyeing process. That is looks like more like a 32 count at this point. But I'm pleased with that. I think
that looks more like 32.
Yeah. This is much more a type of fabric I would pick out at the store than what I got before. So, and it's a shame because there was that persimmon color that Fiber on the Whim did that I just really fell in love with, and we couldn't get a quarter of it. That it just had large blanks where there was not sufficient modeling.
Yeah. And that was picked up at our local needlework shop. So
yeah,
pretty color. Yeah.
So we'll look forward to next month's pole stitching. I'm waiting for Barbara All Creations to come back on Etsy as well because I wanted to sign up for hers, but she's taking a break. She's out of Hungary.
Well, the next time we do a Flosstube, I'll have my Rogue and my next fortnight fabric.
Yes, we have a lot that we can keep everybody entertained with all of the things.
And I did resist because Under the Sea Fabrics opened up.
Did they? I missed it.
You might. I don't know if you can still get in or not, but Julia got in.
Nice.
Yes, one of our friends. Because they messaged me and said, it's open, and I went, I know, but I gotta stop because I do stash unloading too. So.
Yeah, I do Etsy.
Yeah, I'm very bad on stash unloading.
So we just want to talk about a couple of upcoming events that we're excited about because we're excited about them. The first one I think everybody is excited about, which is Needlework Expo. I've been checking their Instagram. I really like the Halloween smalls by Putini that are coming out. Janine McCowan, the Blue Flower, has some interesting looking ones coming out too. Oh, I didn't see hers. But Becky Nolan from Lucy Bean. Oh yeah, I gotta have that one. Yes, the fabric scissor one. We will put a direct link to that.
Let me see if I can get the picture to come up on my phone.
We're not gonna show pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put them in.
Yeah.
We'll put them in.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah,
so she has one about using fabric scissors and Yes. I also have one that came out, was it Needlework at Nashville, the one about the scissors. Who was that? Who did that? Was that Lindy Stitch's one? There was another one with a pair of scissors that I got. It says, I will cut you.
No, that's Becky.
Is that one Becky too? Yeah. I have that one in my stash, not stitched.
Becky is continuing her tradition of quirky.
It works for me. I think the newest one's going to get stitched before the other one does.
It's really cute.
It is.
It is.
And my mother used to threaten that with her sewing scissors.
So we are also attending in October the cross stitch retreat that is in Myrtle Beach. I have been to a cross stitch retreat. I've been to Celebration of Needlework, which I went and I took classes and drove the countryside with my husband. I didn't sit in the stitching rooms. So this is going to be very different in that I'm not taking any of the classes.
This is my first retreat. I've never been to a cross stitch retreat, and I'm not taking any classes. We're literally going for a week of stitching and hanging out with our friends who are going. There's about 5 of us. Yeah. From our area that we all get together and stitch with for different events, and they are going to be at Myrtle Beach. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay. So we are talking about Myrtle Beach. There weren't any classes that I was interested in taking, but I'm not a primitive stitcher, and I don't like to do a lot of sewing and putting things together. So there just wasn't anything that appealed to me. Yeah, I don't know if the class list is complete yet or not. I don't know either. But I want a week at the beach stitching. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. I'm going to have more whips than luggage. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's Myrtle Beach. We can just buy clothes there too.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we have signed up for that I am super excited about is that we have signed up to take a class with the amazing Jeanette Douglas. And Anna has never
stitched a Jeanette Douglas.
Never stitched a Jeanette Douglas.
No, and she has many Jeanette Douglases, and she's completed some.
So yes, I have completed Once Upon a Tree and the 4 Seasons sampler, and then I have 2 or 3, 4 smalls. I think I own like 30 patterns with their silk packs. And for those of you who have not met Jeanette, she is just the most impossibly nice person you have ever met. She lives up in Canada. So in 2015, I believe, my husband and I cruised the Danube with her and the ladies from the Silver Needle, and it was a trip to die for. Unfortunately, federal cases and other ridiculous things got in the way of my opportunity to go do the Rhine, because they've done France, and then also to do Holland with them. They are doing a cruise this year. They're doing the Danube again.
I saw that.
This will be the last time they do the Danube. I don't know why, because the Christmas markets are amazing, and if I could teach a class and have people come, I would do it every year. So we get to go in April and take a class with her.
And I have never been to the Silver Needle either.
Yes, which is also exciting for you.
New store.
I have been to the Silver Needle and had the opportunity to shop Lindy's lovely shop with her lovely ladies. It is amazing. It is fantastic. And if you ever get the chance to go to Tulsa and go to the Silver Needle, you have got to take it. I think the only big one that I have left at this point is acorns and threads.
No, I want to go out there.
Yeah. Jeanette's teaching out there too. She says it's not going to be the same one we're going to in April.
Can we get 2 trips in?
Why not?
We'll have to check that out.
We'll look into it.
We'll look into that. Yeah.
So we're just going to wrap up real fast. We just thank you for putting up with us as we film this first Flosstube with interruptions from my cat, my dogs, my husband, my child. All manner of things.
Yes. Hopefully it's not too choppy.
Yeah.
And it'll get easier, smoother.
Yes.
Yes.
We did have a plan.
We did write it all out.
We did. So we could stay focused, stay on track. So our goal here obviously is to promote our craft. Because we love it. And there is so much going on with it that there aren't enough voices promoting it ever. Everyone who does it can be promoting it, and it's just not enough voices. So starting with our next one, we're going to be showcasing designers, what I would call mainstream designers. So we're going to pull out our stash. We're going to talk about what we like about them, what we don't like about them. What we'd like to see going forward. And then the other thing we'd really like to do is we'd really like to do focus on new ideas and new designers, because there are so many of you out there that have all of these skills and these talents that are a promotion of this craft that you can't get noticed because it's extremely competitive.
And she loves to dive into Etsy.
So
she comes up with some interesting designers, and we're like, "Ooh, I like that."
I do, and I like to order from people who have low sale numbers, because I like to see what are these new designers coming up with? What are these new dyers coming up with? And so, that was part of the reason I wanted to show you what Janet the Practical Cat is doing. She's got less than 1,000 sales, but I've been buying from her for 5 years. She's an actual stitcher. She's not just trying to make money off her Etsy shop. Her Etsy shop is there because she has a hobby and she wants to share it. In the last couple months, I have found amazing fabric dyers. I have found amazing fiber dyers. The other thing that I have found is that there seems to be something missing from the market. And that has to do with subscriptions. I was talking about trying to get in on a subscription right now is next to impossible.
Yes.
And of course, a lot of that has to do with the global supply chain. But I think that, there's also the issue of there's not really a great box out there either. There are great boxes that focus
on a theme,
or they focus on, this is your kit for this month, or this is your fabric for this month. But there's not a great box that ties all of those things together, or that really allows you to personalize. And so Anna and I have been working on what we would be looking for if we were able to get into a box. And we are presently working on a beta box that we are going to be sending out for testing. That is not like anything else that's on the market, and the way we are going to structure it is going to not be like anything else that's on that market. And one of our primary goals is going to be to expose new artists, new ideas, new products, and try to be a platform for people not only to find out about great new ideas, but also to get their great new ideas out there. So with that in mind, we would love to hear from you about what you would like to see in a subscription box.
We've kicked a lot of ideas around and looked at a lot of stuff.
We do. I have a notebook full.
Yeah.
And so right now we are teamed up with Kate from Designs by Madam Ice to get that beta box rolling. She doesn't want to think about filling that box, but she was excited by the idea of doing some patterns for us. And we are so excited to be paired with her. I model stitched her snowman that you can find on her Etsy shop, who is just adorable. She's got great patterns. So we would love to hear from you. You can either drop us a line down in the comments below, or you can go ahead and shoot us an email over to jailhousestitchers@gmail.com.
Okay.
And we are going to be looking at those and taking all that into consideration. And, if there is something that you would like us to talk about on this channel, if you would like to find out more about the different type of fabrics, different type of fibers, why we do things the way we do as stitchers, let us know what your question is. We will dive deep into the internet, and we will find the answers for you.
And everybody stitches different. I stitch different than she stitches.
It's true. Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, we're totally different stitchers.
So, and whatever it is, whatever your question is, we'll find it. I will tell you, I did not know that Etsy had a dark side. It does. So if it's there, we can find it. So just let us know. Hope you've enjoyed this.
It was fun.
Are we going to do it next week or the week after?
We haven't decided yet.
We'll get back to you.
We'll get back to you on that. Maybe in a week, maybe 2 weeks. We're still trying to decide.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to make it up as we go.
Yeah, that works better. Yeah. All right, so till the next time,
Have a good night.
have a good night.